Hulk smash!
I'm Steve, and this is ComicsVerse. You can find us online on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Google, and YouTube. Hi, I'm Steve here for ComicsVerse at Special Edition NYC with Gail Simone, writer of Batgirl, Secret Six, more recently Tomb Raider and Red Sonja, and all kinds of wonderful, wonderful books, a voice of beautiful, wonderful change in the industry. So diving right in, I just want to start, on your more recent book. So Tomb Raider is just a wonderful, Lara Croft, a wonderful, wonderful character. Starting the run on here, I want to know what's your favorite thing about writing Lara Croft?
That's hard to pick one thing because I love history and archaeology and kick-ass female characters.
Who doesn't?
And maybe magic stuff or, you know, supernatural stuff, maybe. So and she's such a strong female character, and because of her character, I think there's a whole generation of girls and boys who really don't care if a protagonist is male or female because they can enjoy them equally, and I love that Lara Croft did that for us.
I love that too, and I can relate so much to even Red Sonja, despite her being a barbarian in a time period I'm very much not in. This current story arc, brilliant, took a character who had frequently been objectified and who had you've changed into such a wonderful, positive example and a very powerful person. Can you comment on that a little bit, on what's so fun about making her who she is, and will she ever, as is the current question, will she ever get sexified?
First of all, I've always loved barbarian stories, barbarian comics, and if you look at my body of work, you'll see where I've snuck in barbarian stories here and there, on and off. And so to actually really be able to get into a barbarian world and stay there for a while has been really fun. And Sonja in particular, she's a character who I think, you know, a lot of female readers kind of have appropriated her, even though she wasn't created for her. And I was astounded. I didn't really realize that until the announcement was made that I was going to be writing it. And so many female readers came out and were like, oh my God, I'm looking forward to that so much. I really want to read, you know, your take on Red Sonja. And what I like about writing her, besides that, is, you know, she's sword-wielding, angry, drunken, dirty joke telling, frustrated at the moment, kick-ass female redheaded character, and what's not to love, and you know, these storylines are so much fun, and creating these characters for her to go up against or save or whatever she needs to do in that land has just been one of the most fun things that I've worked on.
That's great, and going along with, you know, somewhat of the opposite of your quest dynamic that you've had in Red Sonja, Batgirl is, of course, your brainchild for so long. Your name is so associated with Batgirl. In her current arc, she's had a pretty tough year, pretty tough time. But with the most recent issue, what drove a lot of fans extremely crazy at that last page, spoiler alert, I'm sorry, was this interview might post after that's all been revealed, is the re-inclusion of Huntress in the main universe from the New 52, which now we also have Babs, her, and Black Canary all together again, finally. Is this, I don't even know what to ask, because that's so exciting, isn't that wonderful?
It looked so beautiful, didn't it? When the pages came in, I just got excited all over again. I'm not going to spoil anything. I just will say that Batgirl 32, 33, and 34 is a big story. A lot of things are coming to a head that we've been kind of driving towards since the New 52 started. So please pick it up and take a look at it. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous book.
Great. And then on a more serious note, we just had the Redefining the Female Hero panel that you just spoke at with a lot of other great, talented women. It was a wonderful, wonderful panel. I'm curious, with you being such a driving force in this industry of change that so many fans have picked up on so much, I want to know, since the time that you started, how have you seen the industry change so much, and what do you feel you've done to change it, and what do you feel still needs to be done because it's never done?
I wouldn't want to take credit for the changes that have come. I think the timing was good. I tend to be pretty stubborn, and as well as thick-skinned, so I was able to not give up on something that I thought was important. But other than that, I think there's just been a great community of readers who have got behind the books, because if they didn't get behind the books, none of this would have happened. And it proved to the industry that there's a whole audience out there that they were not reaching, and potential to reach even more, especially now with the digital market and global market. So they have to really sit down and consider whether or not they want to just keep telling stories about straight white male characters, or whether or not they want to catch up with the rest of the world. And nothing wrong with straight white male character stories. I'm not knocking that. It's just that there's a larger audience and more potential for great stories if we break out of that a bit. And a lot of people feel that that's important. It's great to see that panel you were just referring to. All the ladies on that panel are working in mainstream comics. It used to be, if we had a ladies panel, I would be the only one in mainstream, and other people were doing great work in the independents and stuff. But it was just very interesting to see. That's a huge change in the industry overall. And I think we're just going to keep evolving. You know, the market has to stay vibrant.
That's wonderful. All right, and to sort of wrap up on a couple lighter notes, I know I'm sure that so many creators all the time get questions about their creative process in the book. I want to know more about, instead of your creative process in writing, your creative process in being possibly the most infamous Twitter troll of all time.
There's no creative process there, you guys. That's just like Tourette's of the Twitter.
Okay, and final note, just a character that you've written that I absolutely love, that's been so resonant with me, I feel like is so deep and so interesting and just so well-rounded, has so much behind the character, is Killer Shark. So he's a shark?
Killer Shark is definitely a shark. Don't even challenge that, Mr. Kurt Busiek.
All right, so he's a shark, he's a shark, he's a shark. You heard it first here on ComicsVerse. Again, I'm Steve at Special Edition NYC. This is Gail Simone. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Oh, yeah, and thank you guys so much. And those of you who aren't here with us, try to come next year if they have it. It's an amazing event. It's very comic-centric. If you love comics, or if you're just wondering about comics, this is the event to come to, because it's casual and roomy and lots of great discussions going on and a lot of talented art and stories happening.
All right, great. Thank you very much again, and thanks everybody for watching. All right.